Welcome back to Politically Animated, the show where we laugh to keep from crying over America's political chaos. Today's tea, Alderman Raymond Lopez from Chicago dropped some bombshells on Morning in America. And trust me, it's spicier than deep dish pizza with ghost peppers. So apparently, Chicago isn't just the windy city anymore. It's also the shady city, according to Lopez. He says the city is rolling out the red carpet for migrant criminals. Who knew? All this while Trump's deportation train is gearing up like a 90s action movie, minus the cool explosions.
Welcome back, everybody. You are looking live at Chicago. This is courtesy of EarthCam this morning, where leaders are blocking a move to make changes to its welcoming city ordinance. The amendment proposed by two alders would have reformed the legislation that has Chicago operating as a sanctuary city. And those changes, get this, would have included giving Chicago police the okay to flag the feds to migrants involved in gang-related activities, selling and buying drugs, prostitution, human trafficking, and also this one, sexual crimes involving minors. I'm now joined by one of the alders pushing to change Chicago's sanctuary city rules, Alder Raymond Lopez of Chicago's 15th Ward. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time, as always.
Good morning, Marky.
I read off that list, you know, Ray, and to me it's crazy that police don't have the power to do that already.
You know, previously the city of Chicago allowed our police officers to do exactly what that ordinance would have done, which is allow them to work with immigration authorities for those four categories that you mentioned. Former Mayor Lori Lightfoot in 2021 removed those exemptions, previously called carve-outs, because she wanted to say that she created an unrestricted and totally welcoming city in the city of Chicago. Mm-hmm. And what that has done is basically given criminals a pass if they choose to engage in those activities here in the city of Chicago. Other aldermen and I have tried numerous times to try to put those back in because we believe it's pretty much a no-brainer, a common sense approach to dealing with the immigration problem that has come to our city, but also dealing with public safety in our neighborhoods. And yet again, my colleagues have chosen to play politics with people's lives, but on two fronts now. Not only are they endangering their neighborhoods, but they're playing a game of chicken with Donald Trump and Tom Homan, who have both said that Chicago is going to be ground zero for their immigration enforcement of criminals. And I think that that's going to have collateral impacts on all of those undocumented here who are just abiding by the law, waiting for a path forward to legitimize their residency.
Lopez claims Chicago is basically Amazon Prime for criminal activity. One-day shipping for chaos, free of charge. He's alleging that city leaders are more focused on protecting migrants with shady pasts than, I don't know, the safety of their residents. Because nothing says public services like playing hide and seek with ICE. And then we've got Trump, back in action like a sequel no one asked for. Deportations MAGA edition. This man is so ready to send people packing. You'd think he's the CEO of U-Haul. Someone get him a custom deportation czar hat stat.
Obviously, everything on the list that I just mentioned off is egregious, but, you know, as a mom, that last one especially makes me come out of my skin. Just to confirm, Ray, are you saying that right now, if Chicago authorities find a migrant who is reportedly involved in a sexual crime against a minor, they do not have the authority to put that migrant on federal radar?
That is exactly correct. Whether they're undocumented or if they have temporary protective status or like some of the migrant asylum seekers that are here now, we cannot let ICE know that that individual is committing that heinous act against a child. And we've had incidences where even recently in our own city-run migrant shelters, we've had to arrest parents for molesting their children. And we cannot have any interaction with ICE, with the federal government to say, you need to expel this individual. It's outrageous that we allow and give cover for those kind of individuals.
Mm-hmm. And the council voted 39-11 to table your amendment. I mean, effectively killing it. Your reaction, and did you hear from anybody who voted against you as to why?
Well, we tried for about 2 weeks to work with our colleagues to see if there are any concerns, and it was always no answer, no response. And then yesterday, many of them said they wanted to see amendments, but I know what the exact reason is. People want a foil. People want an enemy. And to be perfectly honest, Marky, they want to see deportations in our city. They want to see the immigration police coming knocking on doors and taking people who they're not looking for, because that allows them to have ICE and Trump as the continual boogeyman for the next 4 years. God forbid that they actually see Tom Homan do exactly what he said he's going to do, which is to focus on criminals, and for Trump to do what he said he was going to do and give dreamers a path forward. They don't want to see any of that because that doesn't fit their narrative, and it completely upends their political universe.
You know, and at the expense of young children who are continually exposed to evil. It's just unthinkable. Alderman Raymond Lopez, I know your fight doesn't end there, so please keep us apprised as to where you're taking this fight next. Would love to have you back on.
But wait, Lopez wasn't done spilling tea. He basically accused Chicago officials of treating immigration law like it's a suggestion. He said, and I quote, "It's not about welcoming migrants. It's about giving cover to the bad apples." Yikes, that's like inviting the whole neighborhood to your party, then locking the liquor cabinet because Steve keeps stealing your whiskey. So, what's the takeaway here? Chicago's drama is messier than a reality TV reunion, and Trump is sharpening his metaphorical pitchfork. Alderman Lopez isn't pulling any punches. He's handing out receipts faster than a CVS register. What do you think? Is Chicago covering up, or is Lopez just looking for his 15 minutes? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more political tea. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay sarcastic, and as always, stay laughing. This is Politically Hilarious, signing off.